Welcome to Space Engineers with Johnny J. Appleseed. I'm going to be doing a short little series on Space Engineers. Probably going to work out to about 10 episodes, just to run through some single player gameplay and how things work and stuff like that, and just to have a bit of fun along the way. So let's get started. We're going to start a new game, and we're going to go to custom game. Starting on the moon base. Nice thing about this is gravity is low and you don't have to worry about falling out of the sky so much. And it's easy to jetpack around as well, which is nice. It's better than being in the gravity all the time. I haven't played a lot of Space Engineers. I've been doing a little bit of multiplayer as well, but it's been a little bit frustrating. Won't lie to you. Got a bit angry sometimes. But yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it so far. Lag is a bit of a problem for me in South Africa. Don't have the greatest connection. Waiting on getting fiber where I live. But till then, we're just gonna power through and see how it goes, you know. So, started in the moon base. Started in the medical room. There's some cryo chambers here. Got the medical station. We can recharge by holding F. We can change our suit. A couple of custom outfits that we've been able to pick up from things like unknown signals. You see, I've got some duplicates and that kind of stuff. Most of these come from the multiplayer server that I was playing on. Picked up from unknown signals. You'll see them pop up on my hood. I'm going to switch my signals to fully visible so that they can be on screen at all times. And then you see straight away we've got a red signal there already. The Space Pirate ore handling facility. Apparently we're supposed to keep out, but I think we're going to go crash their party later on, a couple of episodes down the road. So just starting out here, we've got a air vent up there, and we've got some operational priorities. Defend against pirates, expand base facilities, ensure you have enough solar panels to provide your ships with energy. Now there are some reactors, I think, in this base. Oh, no, there's not. This is fully solar panel. It's another base I'm thinking of then. But yeah, hitting K, you can see your control panel, all the devices, everything that's part of the base. Inventory, your suit inventory over here. Show the connected inventory that you're on. Cargo containers, cryo chambers. We'll go through this in more detail later. Lots of hydrogen bottles for flying around. You need hydrogen for your jetpack, for your suit's jetpack. So you'll need that, and you create hydrogen by turning ice into O2 and hydrogen. So quick walk around the base with this open area here. There's a little hangar over here. As you can see, that hangar has been pressurized. There goes the air vents. So hangar door up top, hangar door in front, button panel over here. Front hangar doors. See they're escaping. You'll see the vents will switch to standby mode, so they don't waste air. Alright. And then we can close that again. And roof one. The vents will stay in standby until they sense that the room is airtight again. So you don't have to worry about that. Wasting oxygen. Alright, and then we've got another door out here, some of the solar panels. We can do some maintenance on solar panels, build some more solar panels. We'll do that later on. Nice thing about starting on this base is that there's some resources already on the base, and we can run through the tech tree progression very quickly just by building key components. Alright, sun's busy setting, sun's going down, getting calmer. Alright, so there's the base. There's a ship over there. Let's hit the jetpack. Jetpack is X, and Z turns off dampeners, so you will fall if there's gravity. Got a little fighter ship here. It's not much good. I wouldn't advise really taking this up against anything that can shoot back. It is sitting here wasting energy, so I'm going to take off. And to do that, I have to first hit 5 to disconnect the coupler. Alright, there we go, taking off. And then I'm going to hit Y to turn it off and let it just settle back down. Okay. Hitting Y while it's still coupled to the base would switch the whole base off. So you've got to be aware of that. Alright, so that's not wasting energy anymore. Let's take a quick fly around. There's a control chair here. Nothing's actually connected to it right now, but it can be used for remote controlling. And you can also assign things like the grinders and the welders from the welding pit and the grinding pits. Alright, and speaking of grinding and welding pits, here is a welding pit over here. You can bring any damaged ships. I'm not going to get too close. Don't want to... Actually, no, I think I will. Let me show you this. This is pretty... There's a sensor on here that detects when something gets within range. It should trigger or not, maybe. If I not switched it on. Maybe that needs to be switched on. Okay. Alright, so we got some refineries over there. And a grinding pit. So this is where you can just, if you don't want to use the ship anymore, just drop it down and it should activate. I'll have to, yeah, let's do that. Let's go to the control chair. I've played this base a couple of times, so I might get a few things confused that I thought I had already switched on or not. So okay, take the welders and we want to toggle the block on off, and grinders also toggle the block on off, and we press 1 to switch welders on, 2 to switch grinders on, and then we go out here. Okay, right, so now, yeah, okay, grinders are powered up, or welders, welders are powered up. Oh, took some damage. That's the welders sensing that I'm there, that they're trying to weld. They're trying to weld me. Not a very good idea. Okay, so there the grinders are. They seem to be running all the time. Don't they have a sensor? Okay, well, there we go. Let's go turn them off again. So, turn those both off, and use some H2, I've used some oxygen, and damage, lost some health, so let's go and heal back up again in the medical room. Now I can heal here by pressing and holding F, or I can go into the cryo chamber. Doesn't heal me, but it does replenish my resources, so heal back up there. Cryo chamber will replenish your O2, H2 and power. As long as it's connected, it has to be connected to the conveyor system. One really nice thing about this game is the conveyor system. It works very well and has various options for routing materials around the base as well. You can sort, and especially when you're mining, you can sort through the ore and the stone, and you can chuck the stone if you want to, if you don't need it anymore. Speaking of mining, base comes with a little drill ship, and it's not bad. It holds about 30,000 kilograms or 30 tons worth of materials. Let's hop into there. Let's turn on the thrusters, which is currently set to 6. Okay. external view with V. Now this has got reactors on. This is powered by reactors. So external view, there's a big connector on the bottom there for automatically transferring the materials out once you dock. Docking legs, docking feet, landing gear, whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's have a look here. So there's some ore that's been detected over there, platinum. And there's also an ore detector, a stationary ore detector that's sitting over there. So we're going to fly over there. Game speed is capped out at 110 meters per second. So you'll never go any faster than that. If you're going on a long cruise in space, you can turn your dampers off, get to top speed and just coast the rest of the way. Alright, so two things happening here. We've got two ore signals. We've got a platinum and a nickel, and then an unknown signal. So let's shoot over to the unknown signal quickly. I want to show you guys this. That is 1.7 kilometers away. Let's go and have a look at what the unknown signal is. Besides like skins and stuff for your suit and tools and weapons, that kind of thing, you can also get a couple of resources. So early game, it's worth chasing after these things. What is that? Is that a stationary one, or is that one of the ones that runs along the ground? Nope, that looks like a stationary one. Okay, let's come in for a landing. There we go. Right. Nice and easy does it. Okay. Alright, let's have a look here. Press the button and see what we get. A zebra suit. Okay, we can check it out later. Alright, so in here there'll also be a cargo container. Let's open the cargo container and see what we've got. We've got construction components, some space creds, and a motor. Alright, once we've got all the material out of the cargo container, we can now disassemble this for parts and components. One of the nice things about Space Engineers is that you will get the majority of your equipment back, materials back, when you disassemble components. The exceptions being battery power modules for batteries. That's the word I was looking for. I've got to refill my energy, so let's go jump into the cockpit here quickly. Okay, there we go. Energy's coming back up. You'll see above the shortcut bar at the bottom of the screen now, there's the backpack indicator, backpack capacity indicator. That's about halfway at the moment. It's busy filling up while I grind this down. If your backpack gets full while you're grinding, components will fall on the ground. Just want to get that light there. There we go. Other nice thing is, even though these components have fallen apart, they're now separate entities. Whoops, and I just bumped one. They're not just going to disappear. They will stay there until either the trash collection mechanic kicks in, or something else happens to them. Okay, so now I want to empty my backpack. Have we got a port on here? No, we don't really. Alright, I'll do it back at the base. Alright, so let's go this way. So we've picked that up. We've picked up some space credits, which we can use to trade at NPC trading stations for various items, and we also picked up some components. Now we're going to go across over here to where these ore signals are, and we're going to do a bit of mining just to show you what that's all about. So there's a little standalone unit sitting here with an ore detector on, and a battery, and an antenna. The antenna broadcasts the signals that the ore detector picks up. And it's got a little cockpit on it, just for controls and that kind of thing. So let's go, yeah, right. So let's see if we can get that nickel. Now that nickel's still pretty far away, underneath the ground, underneath this little mountain here. So we're going to want to clear a path, and it's jumped, just realigned. Okay, let's go in here. Now, going to select the drills, and then left mouse button is to drill and receive the ore and rock. Right mouse button is just going to clear up a tunnel for us. It's not going to pick up, you'll see the weight in the bottom right hand corner, the weight indicator is not going up. This is just going to clear a nice little tunnel for us to where the actual ore is. Right. It's a little bit dark here, so what I'm going to do is let me hop out of my ship, hit my jetpack, put my lights on. This is quite nice. I'm using my suit lights, the head-mounted suit lights, to actually light the way for the ship. Nice little touch. The only problem is it doesn't seem to, can't switch it off when you're in the ship itself, but you can switch the ship's lights on. I like the suit lights, especially in a little ship like this. They're nice and nice to use. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer to that ore. I'm looking for indications on the rock, and there it is, right ahead of us. We've gotten to where the ore is now. Okay, so we're going to change drill modes using the left mouse button now, and we're going to start picking up some of that ore. And we're going to pick up a rock with that, and you can see the weight counter climbing in the right hand corner. We'll wait for that weight counter to stop going up, which is now. Okay, so if we have a look at the inventory, we've got some stone. This is in the cockpit. Got some ice, small reactor, but here we go, nickel, stone, nickel, stone. We picked up a lot of stone, not so much nickel, but we're full. So this is where something like having a sorter on the conveyor system will come in handy. We can sort the stone and then eject it, so that we only keep the ore. But for now, I don't mind having the stone so much. You'll notice the ship's handling is a lot different now. It doesn't move or twitch as easily. It takes a lot longer to get up to speed. This is because we're loaded up at max weight now. Just going to fly along, get back to the base, and then we're going to offload that ore, and we're going to start working on our progression so we can unlock more components, more stuff, we can do more things. We're going to want to build a little ship that we can get off the moon with into space, get to the asteroids, do some mining there. Okay, let's just guide this in. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Handling is going to be definitely degraded a bit. So we want to try and line ourselves up with that connector. The connector is basically just underneath the cockpit, so if we can line it up with the cockpit, just get as close to it as possible. We use the outside view to align ourselves nicely. Swing this way. Try and get out, drift over, line it up nicely. There's two connectors there, so if we line them up, then we're in a straight line. Let's go to external view. Okay, so we've drifted a little bit over. Whoop, come back. That was a little more thrust than I anticipated. Let's level off. And we're going to come back down. I'm going to switch that connector on. You see the ring has gone from red to white now. That means it's ready to connect. Let's level the ship off a little bit. And let's come down. Basic ship controls. Just lock it in. Okay, we're locked to the station. And let's see here. Okay, it's pulled that. It's going to start pulling the rest of the stuff. We can focus ship inventory. Okay, it's pulled all of the ore that we did. Now I just want to turn it off so that it stops transferring that ice. I don't want to run out of the ice. Ice for the oxygen in the cockpit, and the base doesn't have any ice at the moment. Let's just take off. Let's get some ice quickly. There should be some ice here nearby in the vicinity. Let's boost nice and high up. Yes, there we go. We got some ice. Now we can go. The ship handling is quite different now that it's empty. Okay, so let's go get ourselves about 30 tons of ice. More signals out there. We'll get around to that later. Let's find a nice section of pure ice. There we go. Let's go over here. Let's go get ourselves some ice from the base so that it stops sucking ice out of the craft. Okay, I'm going to position myself nicely as vertical as I can get. A little bit difficult to tell because there isn't really a proper vertical indicator. I'm trying to use the artificial horizon marker on the HUD to give myself an idea of where I am. Okay, come down nice and gently. Don't want to slam into the ground, it's going to damage the drawers. Just want to come down nice and slowly, nice and easy. And just keep that horizon marker in the middle of the HUD at the top there. We'll just fill up this cargo hold with ice. And then we take it back to the base and let it drain off into the base's storage. You'll see there's 1 hour of energy left on the batteries. I'm not too worried about that because there is uranium reactors. Just watching that kilograms build up. Okay. And we seem to have maxed out at 60 tons. So let's come back. Okay. Here we go. Right, there's another unknown signal there. They'll come through periodically. They stick around for I think about 15 minutes. 15-20 minutes, and then they disappear. I think that's when the batteries run out and they despawn. Okay, so had a basic overview of the base in this episode so far. Basic overview of mining, materials transfer, and general, base upkeep, making sure you've got enough ice and that kind of thing. Going to do a little bit of progression unlocking now, just to take you through that, and then in the next episode we can have a look at building some stuff. I want to show you guys how the projector system works. So to do building, we're going to make ourselves a little very basic little welding ship to use in conjunction with the projector. So we'll give that a try. And overshoot. Controls are a bit spongy. So let's see if we can line this up a little bit. There we go. That's much better. External view. You can also use cameras to do this to help with alignment. Here's a camera on this vessel, but it's locked to the forward view there. Not very useful in this situation. So we're going to turn the connector back on, red to white. Let's bring it down. Down. There we go, ready to lock it up. And there goes the ice. Alright, so while that's happening, let's pop out here. And okay, so we've still got a backpack that's half full. We're going to want to get rid of that stuff before we start the progression. So you can do this by just walking up to any cargo container, hold down Alt, hit the middle mouse button, and you've dropped all the ores and materials that was in your backpack. It's gone out. To make extra space, I'm also going to drop the hydrogen and oxygen refill bottles. So I've got more space. Alright, so progression. Hit the G menu, you'll see these are the blocks that are currently available to us. These are the basic blocks, but there's obviously a lot more stuff that can be built. We have to unlock that first through progression. So we'll start off with just some of the more complex shapes, and we're going to do that using the build planner. Grab the block you want to build, drop it in the build planner. We've already got it dropped on the toolbar. So we're going to go to the container and we're going to hit the middle mouse button, telling us we can't withdraw 4 steel plates. I think that's just, there we go. Just tap it again. I think it needs time to just move it to the local container. Alright, so we need to build a light armor block in order to unlock some more shapes in progression. Select the block. If you've got the components like the steel plates that we need currently, then you'll be able to place the block as a framework, as a scaffold. Currently the large grid, and you'll hear this mentioned in Space Engineers, large grid and small grid. Large grid are large base blocks or large for large vehicles. Small grid is for lighter, smaller vehicles. You can change between large grid and small grid. If you look on the description of the light armor block there, you'll see there's 2 icons, one with a small little square, one with a full square. If you select the shortcut key for the block, it'll switch between the two. But if you point your cursor at a current grid that you want to attach to, it'll automatically select. And there's our light armor block. So we're going to weld that up. You'll see there's a functional level there. We've almost reached it. There we go. By building light over block, you've unlocked new blocks. Okay. You can take it up all the way, but functional level, it is ready to use. Okay, so we're going to grind that down again, below functional. It's not usable anymore, and we should get all of those resources. 20 plus the 5, all of those resources back. Alright. So that's that. We're going to deposit that again. Go back to the build plan. You'll see the build plan is cleared because as soon as you've picked up all of the components that you need, the build planner clears. Next, we're going to want to do the basic refinery. So we'll put a basic refinery there, and we already have a basic refinery on the toolbar. Comes preloaded. Okay, and then we're going to go and withdraw the components. Our backpack's not full, so we'll try that again. Okay, so we've got all the components. Don't always seem to get everything the first time. So let's just give that a try. Right. Again, with the basic refinery, you can small grid. There's no nothing for small grid is available on that one. Just have to check with the components whether they can be used on a small grid or not. So welding this up. Okay. And it's functional. So unlock new blocks. Let's bring that back down again. You notice when I'm grinding, I'm pointing up at the air so that I don't accidentally grind the floor. Alt, middle mouse button, drop everything back down. Let's have a look here. What's next? So we've unlocked those blocks. Not to worry about the interior blocks right now. We've unlocked the drill and the assembler, the ore detector, and the refinery. These are still grayed out because we need to unlock the refinery, or we have to build the refinery in order to unlock those. Next up, we're going to want to build the landing gear. It's on the build plan already, on the shortcut bar already. So, forgot to withdraw the components. Nice one. Okay, try again. Alright, cool. Let's see. It's a lot bigger than what I want, so let's try a small one. And here I'm going to drop it down to just above the surface. And there we go. Swell that up. Functional. There we go. Let's take it off again. Gotta be careful. There we go. Don't want to drill that floor up. Grind the floor up, not drill it. Alright, middle mouse button, drop everything back in. Let's have a look at our progression. Okay, so we've unlocked a whole bunch of components for vehicles. Next thing we want is the control chair so that we can get the block tools and block weapons. So we're going to bring a control chair down, replace the landing gear of the control chair on the shortcut bar, on the toolbar, and in the build planner. Right, components, there we go. Seems to be we need to do it twice every time, just because the components aren't all in one place, I think. So it just needs to be able to transfer it. Okay. Now you'll note this one has got a hack and a functional line that are separate. You get to the hack point. So I think there's some functions you can perform with this at this point, but we want to get it up functional for the unlock. And then take it back down. You don't really need it. just needed it to be able to unlock those items. Alt middle mouse button drops everything back in the container again. Back to progression, right. We've unlocked quite a lot of stuff at this point. Need to unlock the rocket launcher to unlock the reloadable rocket launcher, but we're not going to worry about that right now. H2O2 generator. So we want that in order to unlock our cryo chamber, oxygen tanks, hydrogen engines, hydrogen tanks. And then we're also going to look at cargo containers for conveyor and storage stuff. Okay, so let's put that there. Right. One shot, all components withdrawn successfully. I think that's because everything that we needed was already in that cargo container and didn't have to fetch it from somewhere else. I think that's the difference. I'm not entirely sure about that, but if you're watching and you do know, slap it in the comments for us. We can always get it from there. Right. Energy. Let's grind this down. I think I've got enough to do this before I need to go and recharge. So let's grab that. Run over here quickly. Hold middle mouse button. Drop all the equipment, all the tools and materials back in. Not the tools, just the materials. Back into the cargo box. And let's run across here. Lots of doors, lots of doors. Actually, I'm going to turn these doors around. I don't like them sitting like that. Okay, so we want to just recharge. Okay, nice and quick from the med station. Okay. And you got to watch out for these doors. They will clip you if you're not careful, and you'll get hurt. So, progression, where do we stand? You can see already here, there's a lot more blocks available here now. Progression. That's O2, that's all unlocked. Cargo and conveyor systems. So we want a medium cargo container. There we go. And we want to grab all the components. Now this is a small grid cargo container. Doesn't give us a large version, so we can't put it down on the ground so much. Can we? It's going to let us? It does actually let us. That's interesting. But it's not attached to the ground. Okay, so there's the difference. Right. Got it where we need it. Unlocked. Cargo and contain and conveyor systems. Okay, so we want to build a small conveyor as well. Alright, I think we've actually got everything we need for that on our person at the moment. Because we're going to want the collector, the connector, the sorter, and the small conveyor sorter. We want to unlock that as well. So 9, drop that down, weld it up. Another thing to note, under the components required, if you don't have something, it'll be grayed out and it will show less than the required amount. So on the left of the slash is how much you have, on the right of the slash how much you need, and if you don't have enough, it'll be grayed out and the two numbers will not match up. Right, there we go. Okay, drop that all in there. I think we can do another one or two. Want to do the basic assembler. Just replace that. And then I think the other one that we wanted to do was the solar panel. Middle mouse button. Let's grab the basic assembler. So all the components that require resources and materials have a conveyor port on them. That's this big yellow ring, and when you're placing them down, if you're connecting to an existing conveyor system, you want to make sure that the big yellow square or ring on the item or the unit that you're building points at the conveyor system or conveyor that's connecting to it. Otherwise you're not going to get the materials in and it's not going to work. But luckily, if you do make a mistake, you can just grind it all up, pack up all the components into your backpack, and then you can place it down again without losing anything. Right, so that's the basic assembler. Get that back in. Alright. That's unlocked a whole bunch of stuff. Now we need a projector as well for next episode. So we're going to build a light. Okay. Alright. And then the other thing we want is the solar panel. We need to do there we go, because we want the doors. We want to be able to build the doors, otherwise we can't grind the existing doors down and change them. So solar panel, going to need some materials for this, so let's first deposit what we have, or put a mouse button and pull them out again. Right, so this is one component that I'm not going to grind back down again, because I'm going to add these solar panels onto the system over here. Okay, and this is where we show you how things are rotated when placing. So you see the block in the top right hand corner of the screen there. It shows you delete and page down to rotate left and right, home and end for up and down, and insert and page up for rotating around the axis. So we're going to put that down there, and let's fold that up. I'm going to take it all the way up because we want to have the added bulletproof glass to protect, give it extra hit points. Okay. Alright. Oh, got to be careful of the speed. You can hurt yourself when flying around. Okay, what else was there? Anything else that we needed? I think we should have everything that we need now. I needed to do this not just for the doors, I also wanted for the rotor, so that we have the rotor systems available to us for building and usage later on. Well, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. We'll go over the rest of the stuff in the next episode and do a little bit of changes around the base that I want to do. Things that I like rotating these doors because I don't like them being right on top of each other, and also building a small little welding ship so that we can set up a projector and weld up blueprints that we have for rovers and ships and that kind of thing. Well, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you next time.